showtime.
Breaking news from the BS and Beer News Desk.
Welcome into another episode of the Beer Chaser. I'm your host, Dale, and with me today I got Tomas. What's going on?
I'm here, sir, irritated.
Yep.
And so here I am.
Yep. Saints dropped this game 27-19 to the Vikings. I feel terrible about this one. I'm not gonna say it's like really surprising. It's terrible that we looked this way when they had so many injuries. We couldn't take advantage of this. We're not taking advantage of the weak schedule we have. It's infuriating.
Well, again, I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, we got a weak schedule. Oh, we have this, we have that. It is what it is. You see what we put out on the field week after week. So I really don't give a crap about whether it's a weak schedule, a strong schedule, or a college schedule. I don't really care. When you play the way that the Saints play, you're trying to be a top 10 draft picker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You're right for sure. That's what we should be aiming for. It looks like now. It's definitely different than we thought coming in because
wait now.
Season.
Wait now. Remember? Somebody said something about Carr not being the answer. I don't know who that was. Somebody said it. I don't know. Somebody said Dennis Allen wasn't the answer.
Oh.
I remember. All right, there you go.
Man, yeah, it's looking pretty bad right now, Tomas. Looking pretty bad. So all right, how do you want to do this? You want to start off with our new segment here, or do you want to go into our normal segment and then you let me know when?
Why don't you do the first half?
Okay.
And then we'll hit it.
All right, cool. All right, so the game starts off.
Okay, wait, you finished now? I'm ready to go into it. Oh, no.
I know that's right, man. The Vikings start off, I think it was a pretty balanced drive, that first one, and resulted in a field goal, 3-0. But as usual, the defense starts off slow. And they give up that first score.
If we have such great corners, I have no idea why we don't play tight man-on-man from the very beginning.
Okay.
I think that's part of the issue when we say, well, they make an adjustment at the half. What's the adjustment? Well, the adjustment is, all right, get up on top of the receivers, and let's play tight man-on-man. Well, hell, just start the game that way.
Mm.
Now, if these guys aren't elite, Adebo, Lattimore, Taylor. If our defensive backfield isn't elite, then okay, then play Tampa 2. But if we're elite, then get up on them and shut them down from the beginning. I heard him say at the beginning, which I thought was a good idea. Don't let Dawes roll out to the right, only to the left, and that way you limit what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that sounded like a good game plan. Apparently, the commentators had the game plan, but the coaches didn't. Just saying. But I was happy with 3 points, Dale. I said,
yeah.
Okay, 3 points. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I'm with you. On our next possession, Juwan Johnson blows a block, almost leading to an interception on the smoke screen to Shaheed. Do you remember this play?
Yes. I remember a lot of plays, especially because it seemed to be throughout the game that there were missed blocking assignments. Running back, tight end, wide receiver. I mean, I really can't complain too much about the offensive line. they did what offensive line usually does. I mean, they've been on an uptick. They're a good line. They're not great. But did you notice, Dale, how many blocks were missed by the outside positions? Tight end, wide receiver, running back. Did you notice the skill positions seem to be missing a lot of blocks?
Yeah, definitely. I can recall a block where it's Jamal Williams.
Yes.
Totally misses the blocking the ABAP. Well, he dives and it's just a whiff pretty much.
Yes.
And so the guy comes free and Carr is in trouble then after that. So yeah.
So that one you were talking about, definitely that was a close call for an interception right there. But at least it didn't happen that way. But
yeah. So that leads to a Saints punt, and Vikings get the ball back. But stop me if you heard this before. Saints get pressure, can't get the quarterback down. But it's still force a punt, which is great. It's good.
Look, I'm okay with pressure. It doesn't matter to me whether they get the sack or not. If they do, great. Okay. But the pressure alone, and you have a running quarterback, like I just said a moment ago. Mm-hmm. If you restrict this guy to only be able to go to his left, where he has to throw across his body because he's a right-handed passer, then you've done a good job. If you make him get out, then you put good pressure, and we have a chance for a turnover. Okay. But the thing is, we put the pressure on, and then somehow the guy escapes, or he throws a pass that you're like, what the heck kind of pass? How do you get that out there? Mm-hmm. So that's really the issue, I think.
Yeah. So on our next drive, we get the ball. We do see A.T. Perry come up with his first catch, which is great, except for the fact that Mike Thomas is in the tent.
I love Mike Thomas to death. I would hope that he could be a Saint for life, except that, man, the guy can just not be playing with, he's always injured. I mean, now it's the knee. And I know that during the week, he was held out for part of the practices during the week. So, I don't know what to tell you. He's missed 2 years. Now he's come back. He looked really good in the first couple of games. But again, if you can't get on the field, then you can't contribute. If you can't contribute, you're no good. Sorry,
Yeah, he played a lot more games than I thought he was going to play. So he's proven me wrong. So I can't criticize him too much. But yeah.
But when he plays good though.
Right,
right.
Exactly.
I don't criticize Michael Thomas at all. Man, the guy plays with real intestinal fortitude when he's out there. I applaud that. But the thing is, he plays today's game. He didn't contribute really. I mean, he's out before he's in. And I appreciate A.T. Perry coming in, but he's a rookie, and at the end of the game, you saw he made rookie mistakes. So
yeah, for sure.
That's what we needed.
Give and take with him.
Yeah, that's what we really needed, Michael Thomas. So
after this completion to A.T. Perry, Saints follow up with a holding penalty on Foster Moreau. That pretty much leads to the Saints kicking a field goal. It's good. So that ties the game up there at 3-3. You got any thoughts about Groupie so far with this game?
Well, the Louisiana Shrimp. I mean, again, he's a rookie, and I think he's doing great. Yes, he's missed a couple of kicks, one key kick in Green Bay, but again, he's a rookie, and I don't know. I think that he's doing fine as a kicker, and anything within 55 yards seems to be doable for him. Yeah. So I don't have a problem, except that when your snapper gets called for holding, there's a problem.
Yep. Vikings get the ball back. They drive down. They score on a sweep left to the running back. It's pretty much the Taysom play, but they use their running back. The drive was like 11 plays, 79 yards. Took 6 minutes. Vikings up 10-3.
At this point, let me tell you what I thought at this point, Dale. Mm-hmm. And this gets me to, where we're going with the halftime here. Mm-hmm. It seemed to me that the defense was just content in making a tackle after the catch.
Okay.
Content in making a tackle 10 yards downfield. You know, they did not play with real fire in their gut. And, well, like I said, in a few moments, you're going to hear what I have to say about it. But that drive, 11 plays, did you not think that it was just like they weren't really enthusiastic on defense about what they were doing?
Mm-hmm. Maybe so. Something's going on out there, especially in the first half. It's always bad in the first half on defense. Looks like.
Yeah, but I thought today was worse. I have to tell you.
Terrible trend.
Yeah.
So then the Saints get the ball back. We follow up a 3-and-out, and in this 3-and-out, we see Pete get beat with a speed rush that leads to a Derek Carr sack. So that's how we answer their touchdown drive.
Well, again, you know, we already know what Pete's strengths and weaknesses are, and quite frankly, I have enjoyed seeing him at the playing tackle rather than guard.
Yeah.
I even mentioned this to somebody else. Has he been playing out of position for the last 10 years with this team? Should he have been out there, before this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's going to look, everybody gets beat on occasion.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, but I would say something that Craig had said, which was, Craig can't stand Hurst, and I would say to you, Hurst is a good backup. He's not a starter anywhere. And as a guard, if you think that Pete needs help, which I really don't think he does, but you don't have anybody on the inside to help him. Mm-hmm. When he does need the help, there's nobody there. So
yeah, the help wasn't much help this game. So.
Exactly. Exactly. You got it right. Yeah.
So yeah. Vikings drive down, they get a sack. Well, I'm sorry, the Saints defense finally get a sack. However, there's a flag on the play. This happens a lot in this game. We got a flag for illegal contact. I'm sorry. And
which was a cheap call because, bro, that was like, really?
Yeah. That's always cheap legal contact.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we have a sack nullified. We have an interception nullified.
Right.
It's like, look, Sean Payton's not the coach anymore. So shouldn't the referee say, well, we're finished picking on the Saints? No, apparently not.
Man, this was a long drive too. It's 9 plays, 82 yards, over almost 5 minutes. This is bad stuff.
And that's 2 in the first half, an 11-play drive, right, and then a 9-play drive.
Right, exactly. And they capped this drive off with the scramble from Dobbs on the left for a touchdown. That hurts. That makes it 17-3. Vikings there. So
again, I go back to the attitude. Mm-hmm. I just didn't see the right attitude on defense, and that really struck a nerve with me in the first half. Because I can understand. You need to make adjustments, but if you have the right attitude, then I'm okay. We'll get back. We'll go back to it. But I just didn't see the right attitude the whole first half, really the whole game. So, that was really, when he got to 17-3.
Yeah.
I looked at my wife and was like, man, I need a drink already. And I mean, this is not good.
Right.
Yeah.
The Saints follow that up with their next drive, pretty much a 3-and-out after we get a penalty for a false start on Shaheed. And we punt the ball right back. So the Vikings get the ball back, and what do they do with it? They score a touchdown. All right.
Now it's 24-3.
Now it's 24-3. All right. Now you start looking at your TV and you think, you know what? I'll probably turn this off. I'm not about to sit here and watch this crap, man.
And I'm sure some people did. I just can't. I'm a Saints fan. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment.
Right.
Exactly. And I'm like, no, I can't turn. Matter of fact, during the halftime, my wife was like, I'm going outside to cut the grass. I said, okay, whatever floats your boat, So
I'm telling you, man.
I'm sure a lot of people said, that's it. I'm going to watch something else or go do something else.
So at this point, like Dobbs hit Hawkinson for that touchdown, 28 yards. I want to say at this point in the game, Hawkinson has like 90 something yards receiving. He's killing us. This is a team that's down Justin Jefferson, down KJ Osborne. Now they got a rookie Addison at wide receiver. They got Powell, and now you got Hawkinson,
who's playing injured.
Yeah.
Playing injured.
Also, exactly. Playing
Okay.
injured. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
he's going off on us now.
Yeah. So again, it's like we said in the past: a running quarterback, tough to cover. Tight end for whatever reason this season, tough to cover.
Yeah.
And we can't take advantage of anything.
Yeah.
So, okay. Are you ready? Are we at the halftime now? Are we ready
yes.
for
That brings us to the halftime and our new segment here.
Oh my God, it's gonna blow!
It's a Tomas rant.
That's right. I don't want to hear these facts.
Daddy, she's gonna blow!
I have opinions.
I got a nuke coming in. It's gonna blow in less than a minute.
Facts don't mean anything to me.
It's gonna blow!
My opinion overranks the fact, okay?
It's gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up.
And she will. It is a mathematical certainty.
Excellent, Dale. Excellent. Excellent. For short notice, that was excellent, brother.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. We're bringing it back. All of you listeners, BS and Beer, you guys know about the Tomas rant. Tomas, what you got for us today?
All right, here it is. All right, I hope you're ready. I am sick and tired of hearing about, well, we have great players. Well, we have great coaching. I have news for you. You don't have either one, apparently. Because if you tell me that we outcoached Minnesota, I tell you, you're deaf, dumb, and blind. If you tell me any player, we're going to pick the offensive player and the defensive player of the game. Well, good luck.
Right.
Now, do we still have the St. Bernard Gumbo? Maybe I can pick him.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. Listen, we do have players. There's no doubt we have players. But this team, at this point in time, this team is a direct reflection of Dennis Allen. That's what you have. That guy walks the sideline and he's like, oh, well, he gives a speech after the game. Well, guys, you know what? No, you know what? This guy needs a good swift kick in the avocados. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll, perk him up.
Yeah.
Because this team is playing so lackadaisical, so without, like I said to you, there's no fire in the belly, man. You get beat the way you're getting beat in the first half. Somebody on that team, I don't care who it is, Cam Jordan, Davis, somebody, grab somebody by the throat and say, God bless America, do something. No, they're like, oh, well, shrug my shoulders. Oh, well, man, are you kidding me? No, same thing. I'm tired. And I said this, Derek Carr is a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. And I don't care about all these statistics. They're really crappy quarterbacks who have great statistics. I need a leader, okay? When Drew was in there and something went the wrong way, dude, he's yelling at people. Even Bobby Hebert, for God's sake, right? When something go wrong, he get in the face of the offensive lineman and tell him, block the damn guy. You know what? Where's the emotion, man? Where is the, I don't see it. And what's up with Alvin? I love Alvin to death, man. And, I know they're keying on him, and that's why he has a hard time, because they got 2 guys on him, 3 guys. I understand. But, Alvin, get angry, dude. Use a few expletive deleteds on these people because, hey, if you're not going to block for me, then go sit on the bench. We were talking about the running game when we were texting each other. And I know, well, I shouldn't say I know. I should say to you, I understand, right? From all the people I've talked to and heard speak, offensive linemen block differently for different runners because of the style of how they run. Taysom gets in there and says, you know what? Like in this game, right? He turns the corner, he pushes around people, and the last guy, right, 21 from Minnesota, comes across the block to get him, he puts that shoulder down and pow, tattoos him, right? And he looks down at the guy and says, ha, how are you? Smiling. Okay, that's the kind of guy you need. Where is that guy?
Yeah.
Because Alvin, he runs hard. He's got incredible talent, balance, speed. Dude, run over somebody and then look down on him and say, hey, man, I'm intimidating you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to roll over you again. We don't have that.
Yeah.
Tight end. Where's the guy? Where's the Shockey? Where's somebody who's going to come down? And what the hell is the story with Jimmy Graham? Again, I'm sick and tired of, he's not available. Why don't you tell the truth? Dude, if the guy got all hopped up on something, was hallucinating or whatever, and he needs to be, in a drug rehab someplace, well, then just tell us, we found them wandering in the streets. Dude, I'm old, okay? I've been around drugs all my life, okay, as a musician. It's not surprising to me. What was he? Did he take a hit of heroin? Did he, he smoke something with something funny in it, besides, just the marijuana, I mean, I don't care. It's not my business. It's his business, but it's a Saints business.
Yeah.
And if that's it, hey, look, you know what? We signed him. We're stuck with him for a year. He's on rehab. Won't see him anymore. Hope he retires. Good luck to you. But where are the players?
Yeah. That's
my rant. My rant is we don't have the right beep, 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 beep attitude. If we had the right attitude, somebody on this team by now would have said, get the coaches the hell out of here. We're going to talk as team, right? The players need to talk and find somebody in that locker room who's going to say, enough is enough.
Yeah.
There's my rant. Take it for whatever you want.
Alvin Kamara finished with 9 carries, 42 yards, and 7 catches, 33 yards through the air. And that was really it. We didn't see much from Taysom Hill. 1 run, 6 yards, 2 catches, 17 yards on 4 targets there for him. So,
and again, Minnesota has gotten a reputation with their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, blitzing all kinds of blitz packages. What a great time to have Taysom in there for them to say, oh, wait, we can't because, he's right here and he might do this. And instead, Taysom's on the sideline. The only play I can remember that he did was that one I just told you where he tattooed that guy, number 21 from Minnesota. Right? Other than that, what play did he do? And so you're wasting one of the most talented offensive players we have. They just they activated the fullback, Prentice.
Why? Why?
Right. Where is he? What did he do? I'm like, surely there are other people on our practice squad that maybe we need to. So I'm gonna tell you right now, and I know we're gonna get to it in the second half here. I appreciate. Okay, I'll hold off. I won't say. I'll hold off. I'm fired up, bro. I'm telling you, I'm fired up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Where are the people who are watching live? How come I don't see any messages down here? Are these people watching or not?
Oh, we had a couple. We had a Viking fan say hello. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You tell that Viking fan that if I hear one more time that miracle crap, I'm going to throw something at my big ass TV.
The Saints' first possession resulted in a punt.
Yeah, you get the ball back, right?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity, put some points on the board, and what do you do?
Yep.
Penalty.
Yeah.
And Dale, aren't penalties of this sort a reflection of the lack of discipline?
Yep.
And thereby a lack of good coaching? Would you concur?
Either you're coaching it to get better, or you're allowing it to happen, and it keeps happening, so the coach is allowing it to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. On that drive, we saw a penalty from Trevor Penning. So saw a Penning sighting, and he was flagged for a false start. and yeah, that killed the drive there. So our drive results in a punt, and then Minnesota gets the ball back. Minnesota follows up with a field goal. And so if you're counting like it's like 4 possessions, Minnesota had the ball and they scored on all 4. Some kind
And
of
how many plays? 11 on one drive, 9 on another drive. How many on this drive?
this was 7 plays, 49 yards, almost 3 minutes. So.
Like I'm saying, you start adding these things up. That's 27 plays
right
that they're on the field. That's minutes they're eating up, and that's making the defense stay on the field much longer than they should.
Yeah. Yep. But this drive was aided by another penalty on Granderson for roughing the passer.
Yeah, what was that?
Right.
Where was that?
Right.
So let me see. That was roughing the passer, but when they come in low and chop off Carr's knees and hit him high, there's no penalty there. No.
High low hit on Carr there.
Yeah, there's no penalty there.
Nothing. That's what we get there. So, I mean, good thing the defense was able to force him to a field goal, I guess. About it. They get the ball back. This is without Carr because Carr got hurt.
Right.
On that high-low hit. And so Olave gets his first catch of the third quarter. But I'm sorry, this is the throw from Carr as he got hurt.
As he got hurt. Yeah.
And he got crushed, 2 players high-low. Here comes Jameis Winston. And then the next play, Olave picks up 20, and that's from Jameis Winston.
Right. So Jameis comes in, throws 3 completions in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
And people are like, whoa, okay. All right, this is the guy we want. Yeah, this is the guy. But see, it's typical Jameis, right? Yeah. He came in and he has, and this is, again, what happens with quarterbacks, right? Apparently, Carr and Olave, oil and vinegar, right? Not happening. Right. But here comes Jameis, and Jameis is okay with Olave. And so they're able to read each other. And so there you go, right? Oh, okay. And it's understandable. Quarterbacks have favorite receivers. I mean, it's always true, right? Mm-hmm. But okay. So he comes in, bang, bang, bang. Spectacular catch in the end zone, right? Yeah. That catch in the end zone was crazy. That was the one there. Jameis just threw to the other side of the field, right? Yes, that's the one where I sent you all the text. Was like, okay, a throw that should have never happened, but okay, we'll take it. Because it really was. Olave's catch was just spectacular, and really. That was the dime from Winston to the corner of the end zone. That's what that was. Okay, that wasn't a YOLO ball. Okay, but still, I was going to say, Jameis put it the only place where the ball could have gone. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And Olave made a spectacular catch, both feet down, held the ball, carried it through. And I was like, man, now that's the way you want to play, Then I was like, okay, now this should bring up their spirit. This should make them know, okay, now let's get into it, All right, keep going. Yeah, I was kind of pumped about that throw. It was a nice ass throw. And Olave got that sucker pretty good. So yeah. And then we had the 2-point conversion follow up from AK that made it 27-11 Vikings. Yeah. So so then the next drive here, Minnesota, they get stopped. They had to punt the ball, but I think it was a favorable spot we got from the officials after the run from Dobbs left hand. He ran for about 4 yards or whatever. Got it would have been Davis. Close. Yeah, it would have been close. Mm-hmm. My thing was his knees never touched the ground. Right. I thought he got it. His knees never touched. He extended the ball. Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be a little short, maybe a couple of inches. It wasn't going to be short by much. Mm-hmm. But again, I thought that their coach was like, if I use it on this one and I lose, I got nothing left. So they punted the ball, thank goodness. Okay, and now we have the ball. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So then they kind of exchanged punts a little bit. I'm sorry, they Saints forced a punt here from Minnesota, and then we did force another punt, and then we punt the ball back. So then they get the ball back.
And then this is where we get a nice pass from Dobbs to Hawkinson for 6 yards. And then we see another pass left to Powell. This is where Alontae Taylor was kind of injured on the play. He ended up being all right on the game, but that's the one where he got injured. And then that forced a field goal that was no good from Joseph, wide right.
Right.
So,
and again, I thought we dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
And especially because Jameis had come in and hit 3 in a row. Now Jameis comes in and misses 5 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, it's not good, So, and not to blame Jameis for everything, because a couple of those throws that he threw that were incomplete, they should have caught it, right?
Yeah.
So there was one to Taysom
drops.
Yeah, there was one to Taysom that hit him right in the hands. So I was like,
sure.
Yep. It was uncharacteristic for Taysom to miss that one.
Yep.
So, yeah.
But then also on his next drive here, we saw Jameis throw an interception that got reversed on the a review there. So
yeah, because the guy trapped it. Yeah. But it was close.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you, it was close.
We do see a penalty on the drive. We see another sack given up by Ramczyk on Hunter, I believe.
Was it Ramczyk?
Yeah, that was on the right end, and Ramczyk gave it up.
I thought he came inside. I thought Ruiz was the one who missed on that one. But okay, you got the notes, so not me. I'm doing it by my memory. So okay.
And then that's when we see the pass left to Olave. And then that's when we get the A.T. Perry pass in the end zone. Okay. And that's the one.
That's the one where I was like, no, not across the field. No.
Like Jameis throw it across the field, jump ball, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, but he threw it at about 100 miles an hour. I mean, that ball had some zippity doodah behind it, buddy.
It was humming for sure. AK again gets in on a 2-point conversion, and that brings it to 27-19, which ends up being the end score there. But
wait, you skipped the part that at that point, Craig said, hope?
Right. Yes. We had hope at that point. We trade punts pretty much, and then the last 2 possessions the Saints have, we throw interceptions. One of them was like Jameis, just YOLO ball, just throw it up. Good Lord.
Yeah. Like, hey, the duck season start? Because I see a duck flying up there, Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But now, Dale, this is Jameis, right?
Yeah.
It's feast or famine with Jameis. Yeah, and as I said to somebody else, and I think I even repeated it was like, Jameis has the tools, right? He has an arm. He has the tools. He has some escapability, but he just poor decision making, And it's great you have a cannon for an arm, but you can't always force the ball in, right? And I had hoped that he had learned from Drew, because Drew said so many times, right? Take what they give you. You want to force it in there, but just throw it away. Come back for the next play. So that's Jameis. I think he's a wonderful guy. He seems to be, everybody loves him in the locker room. He seems to be a great teammate, all that. But I know he thinks he's a starting quarterback. I don't think he's a starting quarterback, And
well, he definitely he suffers under pressure. I saw a few times he tried to make these line checks. He's not really good at making these line checks.
No,
from what I can see.
No, and you notice that AK calls it out too, right? So that tells you right there it's not necessarily the best of his skills.
Yep. So he's anticipating pressure sometimes. They simulate the pressure. They drop back to a zone. He throws it to that zone. That's like it's you just play chess with Jameis, and eventually you're gonna end up winning with it because It's just what happens with him, man.
Now,
So,
look, I think Jameis could win us some games. Don't get me wrong, right? He has talent. So I know that he could win us some games if you had good preparation, good game preparation, right? I mean, remember the guy's coming in from cold, from the sidelines. He wasn't, playing pitch and catch on the sidelines before he had to come in. So, and the game plan is not for him. The game plan is for Carr, right? So, again, as a matter of coaching, now look at Minnesota, right? They bring in Dobbs, and O'Donnell does a hell of a coaching job, right? And bringing this kid along and just tell him, hey, look, walk up to the line, look over to the left, check over to the right, make your first throw. If it's not there, just go ahead and run. So he's taking the best he can of this kid. Second week now is a little bit better, but man, it's a coaching job. Dobbs has been a guy all around the league. Believe me, if he was a starting quarterback, he'd be starting somewhere, right?
yeah,
He's a good, skilled player, but this is an example of great coaching, in my opinion. I think O'Donnell, man, the dude can coach. The guy can coach.
yeah. I'm gonna give Dobbs a little bit more credit just because he did the same thing last year when he played in playoffs for Tennessee, I believe. He came in,
Tennessee?
yeah. He came in late in the playoffs and played and did well, but the Cards signed him week 1.
Yes.
And that's who we started out the year with.
Right,
and
right.
He played pretty well with them. And I'm saying to say he signed him week 1 and started him that week, I have nothing but props to give to the kid.
Well, like I say, he's a very talented player. There's no doubt about it, right? And it's unfortunate. A lot of times we've seen this in the NFL before, where you have a talented quarterback who, playing for 5 years under 5 different offensive coordinators with 5 different game plans. Man, I don't care how smart you are, and this kid's smart. It's difficult to absorb this and then throw it all out and absorb the next one and throw all that out. Man, that's hard to do for anybody.
Yeah, the quarterback position itself is hard enough.
Yeah.
And then you're learning all these new plays and everything like that. Yeah.
And new vocabulary. And you don't even know, he comes to Minnesota. He doesn't know anybody's name.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a tough situation. But that's why I say to you, I even believe even more because of that the coaching is outstanding.
Hell of a coaching job.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. Hell of a coaching job. All right. Player of the game, offensive defense. Let's try this out.
Man. This is rough, man.
It's
but
rough.
I'm going to tell you, just based at the end, I would say the player of the game for offense would be Olave.
Okay.
That's who I would go with.
I'm with you. Olave on offense. Yes. I can't pick anybody else on offense. Yep.
No, I can't either. And on defense, I'm going to go with Adebo, I guess, because I thought he played well. He didn't, get the interceptions. He had one that got called back. Right?
Yeah. Sure did.
So again, I think that it would probably be between Adebo and maybe, and I know people are going to say, what? Brise, because I thought he really did well on the interior pressure, right? We said there's no sacks necessarily, but man, his interior pressure. And he did he get a sack or did he not? He did something. I can't remember now. I think he just stopped the running back in the backfield maybe or something. But I thought he played a game. But I still would give it to Adebo and Olave. Those would be my 2 players. But truthfully, Dale, nobody deserves Jack. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on Olave for sure. On defense, I'm gonna have to go with Demario Davis. He actually tackled the quarterback, so I got to give him props for tackling the quarterback. Like we have trouble tackling the quarterback on this team.
Well, Granderson was close a number of times.
He was close.
A number of times.
Close.
He was close, and one time I know he hit Dobbs' feet. He almost went down. He was able to keep his balance. So Granderson, I've been very impressed with him this year. He deserves the contract that he got. He's really a fine, rusher. And if he just had a little more help, he might get some more sacks, right? But But yeah, I understand what you're saying. So so there you have it. But
Yep.
I'm going to tell you this here at the end of our little show here. I think for sure that Carr is going to be out now for a number of weeks with a concussion, along with his shoulder being hurt. And for me, we know what Jameis can do. So me put in that position, I'm going to start the rookie. I'm going to say, you know what, Jameis, you're going to sit on the bench and be the same guy you were before. Help us out, be the eyes on the sideline, help. But I want to see what this young kid can do.
Okay.
Let me see what he can do. Because to lose, okay, well, let's see because if this kid can do something, okay, great. If he can't, okay, well, then we know we're going to have to look for quarterback, next year, the year after, that's going to come to this team.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm going to, Haener, come on down. Let's see what you can do,
So my call it for Haener. Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know how I can put this delicately, right?
Okay.
If the GM of the New Orleans Saints cannot see that Dennis Allen is not the head coach for this team, I don't care if these people like him or whatever, that's great, but it's time for a change, right? We're halfway through the season, and I don't see, this is the same team we had last year. So you gave him his quarterback, right? You gave him his coaches, and I don't see anything. So I believe that our general manager needs to step up to the plate and say, we have one more game before our break. Maybe let him say one more game, and at the break say, we're done. Time for a change.
Okay. So so that's the move you're making this week for sure. Like fire Dennis Allen.
I think if you want to give him, we have one more game before the break, right? And then we have the bye.
No,
right?
no, the bye should be this week coming up.
Is it this week coming up? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So adios.
Yeah.
As we used to say, AMF, and I can't tell you what the MF stands for, but you know what it is. So adios.
Yeah, the
and
Falcons.
we've had enough. Thanks very much.
Saints are on a bye this week. Yeah.
Your record is no better than it was in Oakland. So did you learn anything? No.
Okay. So
And the players, and I would tell you that the New Orleans team and organization is 100 times better than what he had at Oakland. So there's no excuse. His record's the same as it was in Oakland. And I heard somebody say, well, it's the same as what Sean Payton's was for the first 2 years. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, where was Sean Payton the first 2 years? Right? They're playing in San Antonio. They're on the road. He's got a bunch of Scribinis on the team because nobody wants to sign with us, Come on, please. And Drew Brees is still healing. You can't compare the two things. That's apples and oranges.
Yeah, I agree with that. Those are two different situations for sure. I think he was dealt a much better hand. Should have been able to do more with that hand. So these are the results we got. So yep.
So you agree with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's my man.
I'm with you. I don't think they're actually going to fire him on a bye week, but
No. But
I don't think he's the answer. So yeah, I'm with you.
No, I presume that the Saints being the Saints, they'll let him play the whole season. And then at the end of the season, of course, they'll come on and say, well, we're going to evaluate everybody, blah, 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 blah.
But I mean, look, people hate to hear it, but if you do that, you're really going to be trying to get everything back to normal. I'm talking about fixing the books. That's going to take a few years. Fix the books. The books are messed up, man.
What did we say from before? Been there, done that. We've had this issue for a long time, right? Because the guy who was his name escapes me now. The guy who has the defensive end, the guy who beat people with a belt on the beach. You know what I'm talking. His name escapes me now.
All right, Gillette.
Yeah, who went to Washington and didn't do anything there either.
Yeah.
So, how long did we carry all that money on the books for him?
Actually, it wasn't too long. Like I want to say over the course of 2 years, because
2 or 3.
Once we cut him like that money just accelerated pretty much. So yeah.
So, And I would hope that we have some kind of clauses in Dennis Allen's contract.
Mm.
You know, I don't know, but
coach's contract all guaranteed. So,
well, write him his check and send him on his way.
Yeah.
That's what
another
it's a
check from
business.
Benson.
Dale, you know, it's a business, right?
It
So, okay, we owe you this money. Here's your check. Adios. Well, let's move on, you know, and try to find somebody. To me, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I just don't see the passion in this team, right? You know, Sean Payton might have been words we can't repeat, Petty Payton and whatever else, but dude, the people that played for him were fired up all the time, right? I mean, somebody did it. He would take advantage of bad things that would happen, right? And fire up the team.
Yeah.
Where do you see it here?
Right.
You know, we have some really fine players on this team who are just sort of going through the motions. You know, and I just, it bothers me that if we had mediocre players, and I'd say, well, you know, it is what it is, right? But we don't have people that we've taken off that we went down to the bar down on Rampart Street and signed them up to the team, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Rampart Street in a long time, but, you know, you know, used to be my hangouts in my youth, you know, in the 70s. Some people go, the 70s? Dude, what were you doing in the 70s? Well, it's a good thing they didn't have cameras and phones back then, okay? That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
So, well, there you have it, Dale. I hope we've wrapped it up. I hope people have enjoyed our
yeah.
And I have to give you props. Man, you know, the show is really well done. So, and thank you for having me on it. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. That's going to wrap it up for us this week on the Beer Chaser. You know, hopefully you guys can enjoy this bye week where the Saints cannot hurt you. I'm sure we'll be back this week with some kind of programming, Saints related, and, you know, we'll share our tears together. How about that? So
sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.